Heaviest dynaband or elastic tubing and place your feet out in front of you. Another thing you could do is you could take 2 bands. Then you're going to wrap your band in an X and you're going to bend your elbows and pull. Hello everybody. We're going to warm up with our back muscles. Exhale and bend your elbows past your rib cage. Good. And pull and exhale. Good morning. And we're going to get these back muscles started. Your biceps are also part of this, and the rear deltoid. You're breathing in through your nose and breathing out through your nose. And I like an exhale on that hard part, and that also will tell your abdominals to pull in slightly. And your spine is upright. And if you have trouble sitting upright, you can always put a prop underneath your sit bones so that it's easier to stay upright. We're doing a lot of these. These are big muscle groups. Now we're going to change it a little bit. Bend one elbow and rotate to that same side. Bend one elbow and rotate to that same side. Now, when you pull, you're also going to flip your hand, and it's called supination. So you're neutral here where the arms are long, and then you have your palm face up when you pull. So that's got an arm component here. You're going to flip your hand, palm up, as you rotate. Now we're going to bring our focus to the rotation. See if you can rotate equally on the right side as you do on the left side. The distance between your ribs and your hip is the same on both sides. In other words, you're not dipping your rib closer to the hip. You're staying tall. The ring of your rib cage is in the same plane, parallel to the hips, parallel to the floor, parallel to your clavicle. So you're just like a bunch of rings are stacked. The body rings are stacked. 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, and 1 more. Now release that band. I'm going to take more like a medium band. So let's say a red or a blue. Or if you have 1 band, that's fine. Just change the way you have the grip, which is going to be low, palms towards the floor, but kind of like an upside down V with your arms. So I'm actually putting my pinky side of my hand in the elastic tubing handle and pulling. Or if you have the band, your pinky side is pulling towards the back wall. You're real tall. Now we can work this by slowing the return. So pull, but then slow the return. So pull, exhale, slow the arms return. You're fighting, you're resisting the band's desire to pull your hands back towards the feet. So you're pulling and then you resist the return. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Good. And while you're here, just go ahead and add your feet. They're active here. You can spread the toes even. And now we're going to cross the band like the letter X. Put your elbows very close to your rib cage. Open up the forearms to the side. Your neck is easy. External rotation. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now again, we're going to resist the return. 13, that looks great, Karen. 14, good, Betty. 15, good, Michelle. Good, Jean. 16, 17, 18, 19. Now we're going to uncross the band. Before we go on, just give about 3 or 5 of these shoulder circles. There's just a little movement you're getting in there. Now we're going to take the handles kind of like this letter T. Think about a soft circle you're making with your arms. Your rear deltoid pulls back. Now I know on these, sometimes it's tempting to poke the head forward, so stay tall. From the side, your ear's in line with the shoulder. Now we're going to do that, resist the return. So when you pull, resist the band coming back to its normal position. So you pull, but then you resist. Pull, good, and resist. And head upright. ear in line with the shoulder, nose behind the sternum. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I'm going to change this. If you have no osteoporosis, you could experiment with this flexion in your tummy, in your spine, and then add a bicep curl. If you have osteoporosis, then stay upright. You got it, and just grab more band. Now we're going to do an exhale on the pull and an inhale on the return. Good. And resist the return of the spring. So what we're doing is working the negative, resist the return of the spring. And I have to make myself slow down. Sometimes my mind's like, just go fast. So you pull, but then you resist and you actually get more work. Pull, resist. Wrists are neutral. Belly pulling in. Neck easy, so you're probably looking at your toes. Everybody's gaze looks good to me. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then come up. Now I'm going to get rid of this for just a moment. Go up one arm. This is the rack posture, up one arm. Now lift your heart, elbows soft. 5, 4, 3, 2, inhale, and then exhale. Now we're going to do just one pattern. So grab your medium band again. Pull low, pull wide, then do an X, then do an X. Pull low, pull wide, then do a little X, and then do a little X. So yes, and then pull low, pull wide, X, X. Low, wide, X, and X. Low, wide, hang in there, X, X. I picked a pretty tough band, and wide, and X. Let's do one more pattern. For the brain, pull low, pull wide, X, X. Nice job. Now I'm going to give you an offer. You can take your seated position. I'm going to do crisscross applesauce, but if you choose, you can do a kneeling or you could do legs in front. So take the band behind your back. Another option is you could stand up. So I'm going to have us do a pattern of out. Whoops, let me grab that. Out and in, and good. Grab a sip if you need. That's good. 2 and 3 and 3. Good. 4 and 4. 5 and 5. 6 and 6. 7 and 7. 8 and 8. 9 and 9. 10 and 10. Now go out to the wider position and do a little 10 pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They should be burning. 8, 9. Recover for a moment. Go to the front and 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice job. Now let that go, and I'm going to have us do a little cat-cow. You can take your hands or your knuckles and just wake up the back a little bit. Inhale and exhale, and inhale and exhale, and just take 2 more. In and out, and in and out. Now grab a lighter weight, 2, 3, 4, 5, somewhere in there. Let your arm be underneath your ear and be on your side. Now the elbow is by your side and you're opening up an external rotation. 3, your wrist is neutral, so it's okay if you want to look at it. It's real easy for the wrist to kind of get cockeyed here, so I want you to keep it neutral. 7, 8, 9. Now up to 5 more. 11, 12, 13, 14. And take 1 more, and then what we're going to do is go around to the other side. I'm going to be facing you, so I'm going to pivot my body this way. elbow by your rib cage, arm like a pillow, and you can also use a pillow like a pillow. So if you want to keep your neck neutral, you can do a pillow or your elbow underneath your head. 4, good. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right, you are going to let that down. Now, we're going to take a full body stretch, but then we're going to do a chest exercise with our hand weights. Breathe in. And I'm going to exhale up with the abs. Now, that's just because I also need to get my, grab a sip if you need to. I don't have mine, so you guys go ahead. Grab your hand weights that let you do a chest press. So they are going to be heavier, anywhere from, let's say, 5 to 10. Feet on the floor. Push up. And then bend. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit. You're going to push. So make sure your shoulder feels safe where you're tracking. So I know it used to be elbows out like exactly 90, but you can bring them in a little closer to the ribs here. And I want you to feel like your ribs are touching the mat. And that's one trick about having the feet on the floor, is it does help your ribs stay on the mat. If you have a really forward upper back, then a pillow is usually good, because that forward head position is hard to maintain neutral on the mat without a pillow. So if you know your upper back's pretty rounded, just use a pillow underneath the head. All right, we're just going to do 5 more here. 4, 3, 2. Now let that down and take a full body stretch. Reach your fingers long, reach your toes long, shift through your back. 5, shift through your legs. 4, 3. And you can do a anterior fly. So again, slide the feet up on the floor. What that does is connect your ribs to the mat. So feel that connection. Take your hand weights up, and they are both sides of your hand weights, they're touching. And then open up like you're a hug, like you're gonna hug. 2, 3, 4, and I like how you're not taking the hand weights to the floor. I usually prefer positive cues, but that one I'm gonna say in the negative. You don't wanna force the hand weights to the floor. I had a friend who was doing that on her own. She had heard big full range of motion when you're doing weights, and she hurt her elbows, so because she's hyperextensive. So I'm going to have you keep these soft arms, soft elbows, soft elbows. The muscles are hard, strong, but you're not letting the elbows bend backwards in order to get the weights arbitrarily to the floor. Inhale, safe range of motion. And there is a nice feeling when you exhale as you do the hard part. It helps you pull your belly in. 3, and just do 2 more. We're going to do a 2 exhale. Good. I like what I see. And then lower your hand weights down, guys, and a full body stretch. Reach through your arms, reach through your toes, reach through your fingers, shift through your legs. Breathe in. And then if you can, exhale and do an ab roll up. Use your abs. And then lift up your feet, and we'll do an ab exercise teaser and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2. Great. Now I'm going to demo what you could do. You can cross your ankles. You can put your hands in front. You can step back. We're going to do 1 back extension. So even if you need to get there another way, good. You do a back extension, swan. Because we're going to make sure our core is taken care of. Good, Karen. Good, Michelle. Good, everybody. Good, Betty. Good, Jean. Inhale. And Betty, you're fine, but you're usually a little higher, so I don't know if you're protecting your back. There you go. I thought so. Okay, inhale. Just because we came into it differently, I know. And now, child's pose just for a moment. You can even curl your toes under. Now, it's up to you, but if you would like a functional fitness, you can come up to standing without using your hands. So you can come up to standing without using your hands, functional fitness. Really good. Now, we're going to take a bicep curl. You're going to want a heavier weight for this. So anywhere, let's just say 5 to 8. Bend your elbows. And 2, hi Julie, 2, hello. Well, hello there. And 5. And 6. And you know how we were talking about working the negative on the bands earlier? You can do it here. So you do your bicep curl, but then you resist gravity. Gravity's trying to pull everything down, isn't it? So what we'll do is, even though the gravity's trying to pull the weights down, we slow it down, we slow its descent down. That way our bicep gets a workout and we don't hurt our joints. Now I'm going to do a little scan of some other joints. Check your knees, they're soft. Check your neck, it doesn't have any tension. Now we'll check our breathing. Breathe in the nose and breathe out the nose. And let's just do 2 more. Do 1 more. Good, I like that, Michelle. Now leave your hand weights low. I like to separate just a tiny bit, go up and down, heels, lifting, calf raises. Good. Calf raises are something you can do every day. You can do them when you're getting gasoline, do them when you're waiting for your coffee to finish. So they're also so good for the vessels. One trick is if you're on the computer for a long time or just sitting for some reason for a long time, if you can get up and do some calf raises, it's really good for the vessels. All right, take 2 more. Nice. Now you can take a weight that's somewhere between, I'd say 3 and 6. Go out like a T, and I'm going to do a neck check again. Check the neck. 2, yep, good. And 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you notice how we're not going any higher than shoulders, and carrying good form. You've reminded me, let's slow it on the way down. Slow it on the way down. Good, you feel like you're working the negative. Good, so try to resist gravity. Go up, but fight it down, fight it down, fight it down, fight it down. Good, up, fight, 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 fight. Good, do 3 more with that fight. 3, so we're just working the negative. Good, Julie, you can probably feel that differently. We always have to spice things up, don't we? 2, spice, spice, spice. All right, try 1 more. Out, and fight gravity, fight gravity, fight gravity, fight gravity. Let that down, and please grab a sip if you would like. I'm going to also put us in a tree pose with that shoulder stretch. So put your foot on your inner thigh and hold your hands behind you. Get ready, inhale. And then we're going to do a foot on the other inner thigh or calf, and we're going to stretch the hands behind us, interlace, lift up. So let me show you what I'm doing. I'm interlacing the fingers and lifting them. Whoa! 5, 4, 3, 2, and nice. And then lower that down. Really good. We're going to take a set of upright rows. This is a pretty heavy weight, so I'd say anywhere from 5 to 10. Palms face you. Now, make sure your wrists feel good. So Michelle, you're welcome to kind of look down, or we all are, and make sure the wrists feel good. The elbows, so if you pause here, the elbows are higher than the wrist. Good, and then you lower. There's also, look at my cant of my weights. I'm not forcing them to be down, so they're canted just a little so that my wrist is neutral. The wrist is more important. Good. Let your elbows be higher than your wrist. Good. Neck is easy. Neck is easy. And out. And out. And exhale. All right, 10, and we're gonna resist a little bit on the way down. 9, 8, 7, 6, good, you're tall. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out of your nose. Try 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Lower that down. Nice job. And I'm going to offer another balance pose, tree plus cow face. So grab your arms behind you and one tree. The reason we're doing these balance poses is it strengthens the glute medius. That muscle, there's a phenomena called gluteal amnesia, where from prolonged sitting, a lot of people are losing that muscular connection to their glute, and it's creating low back pain. So we make sure that glute's got some activity. All right, let that foot down. We also do this when we do one-legged bridges in our Pilates classes. But right now, the way you make sure you have it is your hips are level. Don't let your hip kick out like that. That won't be the glute medius. Good. Now your shoulder stretch. Elbow up as high as you can. 5, 4, 3. Hang in there. You're doing great. 2. Breathe in. And lower. Good, Jean. And then let that down. And then let's do a band that's about medium. So maybe a red or a blue or your dynaband. I'm going to offer us a couple things, guys. Wider stance. Please do the positions that's good for you. So let me give us 2 things at once, because it's really good for the brain to have patterns in particular, to learn to memorize things, especially in exercise, because the brain is getting some more oxygen when the blood's pumping, when the heart rate's going. Good. Now what I'm doing is breaststroke with the upper body. Palms face up. The heels are heavy. Now what you're doing is making sure your knees track with your second toe. I'm also looking for your knees and your second toe alignment, and then go the other way. So now watch the arms. They go forward first. Yeah. So Karen, that looks good. I hope that it feels good. Everybody's going to be built a little bit different. The main thing though for all of us is that the heels are heavy. I'm not thrusting my knees forward. If there were a modification you needed, you could also sit up against a wall and do a wall squat, and that would help keep you out of the knees. All right, 3 more. And notice my heart is forward to you, not folded to the ground. Good. Now a little bonus. So stay low, neck is easy. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How about narrow? Here we go. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Come back up. Really good. Take a band behind your head. Take one band at your low back. Oh, I do have a sip. Grab a sip if you need it. Okay. Elbows here. Push up. 1, 2, 3. Let me grab more band. 4. Hey, if you have a wild hair to lift those heels and add something, you got it. 7, 8. Each metatarsal head gets weight. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Resist gravity. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and hot dog. Let's do the other side. Take that hand, grab your band, push up. Let me grab some more band so I don't trip on it when I do a calf raise. 2, 3, 4, up. 5, exhale. 6, 7, 8, lengthen that top arm. Even though we are also doing legs, we don't want to lose any attention on that top arm. We want to give it our attention. 12, you're doing great. 13, you know we love triceps. 14, they help us get out of low chairs. 15, they help you if you do fall. That's usually the muscle that needs to catch you when you put your stretched out arm. 8, 9, I love it. 10. Now, one of my favorite stretches, arms kind of wide, go up and behind you, up and in front, up and behind, up in front. Now find a place that feels amazing. So for me, I'm going to do this like a Y and hold. Oh, breathe in. How about a little inch lower? How about an inch lower? Inhale and let that go. Let that go, and then take a lateral flexion. This is a stretch. You can cross your foot for the whole side of your body. Shoulder, lat, QL, intercostals. Breathe into the side. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Rotate down a little. And rotate up a little. And then go to your other side. Here we go. You can cross your foot. Go over. Oh, that feels good. Inhale, breathe. Rotate down a little and lengthen your top elbow. Try to lengthen that elbow. And then open up towards the sky a little bit. Now this will feel like your obliques. Breathe in. Oh goodness, guys. And then gently come back. And let's take, you can stay there. I'm just going to take the breath this way. Inhale and take 2 more. Breathe in. Inhale. Catch your hands at the top. Do a bit of a back bend. Inhale. And then exhale, let it go. And we'll put our hands to our heart and just take a moment to bless this body to the highest good. Bless this mind to the highest good, and bless our spirit to the highest good. Today we're going to support its wellness and peace. We'll only speak words of upliftment and kindness, and with so much appreciation. Thank you guys so much. Thanks for joining.